Quality Assured Films.
Welcome back to Quality Assured Films. I'm John.
I'm Mike, and we are living through life in a time of coronavirus.
Yes, we are. What better time to sit back and relax and enjoy us? Because you can't go anywhere else.
That's right, we're going to give you a list of plenty of movies to stay and watch while you're trapped inside.
That's right. We're continuing on with a look back at the decade that was.
2011 saw the release of Quality Assured Films' first episode, even though that wasn't until 2014, Attack the Block.
Oh, yes. It took us 4 years, or 3 years,
Yeah.
to edit it, even though it was audio only.
We make those jokes, you don't make those jokes.
What is that called? That's an alien, bruv. Believe it. And I landed in the wrong place, though. You get me? The wrong place.
Quality approved.
Bridesmaids.
Oh, yes.
Which was, of course, the first time you really saw Melissa McCarthy stand out. I know she had that TV show that I never really watched, Mike and Molly or whatever.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but this was the first time you're like, who the fuck is that? She's hilarious. She needs to be in comedies. And then, of course, launched her career. Bridesmaids. All-star cast. All females kicking ass.
No, Megan. No! No! Look away! Megan, no! Look away! Oh!
An animated movie that I rarely, if ever, hear anyone talk about, but it's so fucking good, is The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn.
That's the one where it's like the animation looks realistic almost.
Yeah, but the thing that I think the lesson that they learned from the fucking Polar Express was that they still kept the cartooniness of the original designs. So they still look like Hergé, the cartoonist characters. Mm-hmm. It's kind of mind-boggling, and it's also a really good movie.
That's cool.
And nobody ever talks about it. You should definitely watch it. It's so enjoyable.
Run! We're not there yet! No! Run!
You looked a little cold, so I lit a wee fire.
In a boat!
Quality approved.
Another one that's animated that came out in 2011 for me, Gnomeo and Juliet. That's right, Gnomeo and Juliet.
No!
Yes.
Oh, God!
I loved it.
Red gnomes and blue gnomes have been enemies forever.
On your mark! Get set!
Come on, Gnomeo.
What's not to love? Elton John soundtrack, including some original songs. You got James
I can't believe you!
James
Are
McAvoy.
you trolling me right now?
Wait, do you have that on your list?
No!
Aw, I loved it. You got Ozzy Osbourne playing a deer at some point.
Ozzy Osbourne plays a little deer called Fawn.
It's the retelling of, Romeo and Juliet, but from the point of view of of backyard gnomes.
Oh.
It is fun. I enjoyed it. Check it out.
I wasn't expecting that one. I haven't seen this movie, but I bring it up because 2011 is the first time we see this person, and you'll hear me talk about a movie a little bit down the road. 2011 is the first time that Britt Marling shows up with her movie Another Earth, which is what if a second Earth appeared in the sky one day.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that was Britt Marling.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was her debut. Okay, got another movie I never hear anyone talk about, and despite it being monumentally stupid, it's way better than it has any right to be. Real Steel, starring Hugh Jackman. He and his son enter the world of what if BattleBots, but they're rockin' sock'em robots, but they're like 10 feet tall. Like, what more do you want from a movie? This movie's so good, so you should see it. Why does nobody talk about this movie ever?
Wow.
How did this movie not get a sequel?
I don't get it.
Real Steel.
Quality approved.
Everything is great. Everything is grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. That's right. The Muppets. They came back to the big screen.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I also had the Muppets on my
Jason
list.
Segel.
Am I a Muppet or a man?
Oh, yeah. What was that? Jermaine Clement or whatever?
Brett. Brett McKenzie won an Academy Award
for the soundtrack.
for the soundtrack to that movie.
What a fun movie. The Muppets have been around forever, and this was a great introduction to like the new generation and also people like us that have seen it.
Because I guess like there hadn't been a Muppet movie, right? They were doing like TV movies and stuff for a while. So this was their kind of big soft reboot, sort of.
Yeah. And it was fun. It was great. The soundtrack was awesome. Jason Segel.
Didn't he get the role in that based on Forgetting Sarah Marshall? In that movie, he wrote the Dracula Muppet musical.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot.
And then people were like, oh yeah, the Muppets are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Let's bring them back.
They are.
Yeah.
Check it out.
You think we should have rented a bigger car?
Quality approved.
2011 was a pretty good year. Lots of movies. 2011.
Yeah.
I'll keep with the kids kind of theme. Kung Fu Panda 2 came out in 2011. I think there's probably like 11 of these by now, but I remember really liking Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I don't remember 3 as much. I think that's the one where all the pandas come. Spoiler alert.
He meets his dad.
But yeah, these were pretty good.
Our greatest masters are disappearing. I fear this is the work of Lord Shen, who has unleashed a new kind of threat on our world.
Like the fightings for an animated film.
Like that stuff is good, but when I think of them, I think of the little physical comedy moments and character moments. They're good, you know?
My fist hungers for justice. That was my fist.
I kind of stopped paying attention after that, so I hope they didn't drive it into the ground, but I remember those being pretty good. So the Kung Fu Panda 2 came out 2011.
Quality approved.
Super 8 was a pretty cool one for me. And this was one of the ones where they don't show you the creature until the very end. They make it a point to not show you, but then when you see it, I feel like it was a letdown. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember liking the kids. This was pre Stranger Things.
Yes.
So you had like the cool kids like walking around in the 80s trying to...
Before Stranger Things wanted to be E.T.
Yes.
J.J. Abrams wanted to be E.T.
Right.
I saw it. No one believes me.
I believe you. What the hell?
Quality approved.
Okay, I'll go into the little sci-fi horror vein that you tapped into there. There was a remake of Fright Night in 2011, starring Anton Yelchin and Colin Farrell. The rare remake that is good.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't happen that often.
And it's not too scary to the point where, like, that's a fun, scary movie to watch. There you go, Fright Night.
Did I kill him?
Hopefully.
Quality approved.
I have a bunch more for 2011, starting off with Hanna, which is now a series on Amazon, but the movie's really good. Hanna with Eric Bana and Saoirse, like Inertia, and Cate Blanchett. It's an action movie. I didn't say that. It's an action thriller where Eric Bana is a ex-CIA operative who is went MI, or what is it called? AWOL.
AWOL, yeah.
And trains his daughter to be a killing machine, and Cate Blanchett comes after her, and hijinks ensue. Great movie.
I tried to prepare you.
You didn't prepare me for this.
Sometimes children are bad people too.
Did she turn out as you hoped?
Better.
Quality approved.
Fucking real steel. Speaking of Hugh Jackman, X-Men First Class.
Yes.
Was probably the last X-Men movie that I really liked. We got Fassbender and we got fucking McAvoy and
Kevin Bacon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And January Jones too.
Oh, yes.
Liked that. I liked that movie.
That was on my list. I just didn't mention it, but yeah. X-Men First Class.
Quality approved.
Another action movie, The Raid.
Oh, yes.
Which spawned a million imitators. I think Gareth Edwards directed this. I can't remember the name of the stunt guys. This movie led to them being in 1,000 other movies because of how good they are.
Oh, damn.
Another reason I like this movie is because it led to us getting that Judge Dredd movie, which I think came out the following year. So I'll talk about that in a second. But The Raid is like about a SWAT team that has to infiltrate an apartment building full of guys that fucking want them dead. It's awesome. The Raid.
Quality approved.
I'm a huge fan of The Office. Of course, Dwight, played by Rainn Wilson, he had a breakout role in 2011. I'm sure this is on your list probably too. Super.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where he plays a superhero, essentially, not really with powers.
That was James Gunn directing, right?
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I did not know that. But it's really funny, and it's one of those movies where you're like, some points it goes like really far, and you're like, holy shit, but really worth checking out.
Shut up! Crime!
Quality approved.
Face the wrath of the Crimson Bolt!
Another movie that came out in 2011, which started my love affair with the best character in the MCU, Captain America. You thought I was going to say Iron Man. Chris Evans in Captain America, the First Avenger. I don't think I need to explain it to anybody, but the director of this movie was Joe Johnston, who also directed one of the best superhero movies ever made, which is kind of a cult classic. Never really got the due it was owed. The Rocketeer.
Oh, yeah.
Same director.
Oh, wow. I haven't thought about that movie in a long time.
I don't know if I can do this. This is why you've chosen.
Quality approved.
Another animated movie, Rango. Unfortunately starring Johnny Depp. Just, don't think about that. But it's basically Chinatown with anthropomorphic creatures, which they'll do again in a couple years when Disney will do fucking Zootopia. But all the character designs are super disturbing.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, this was surprisingly good. Rango.
Ow! What was that for?
You're a stranger. Strangers don't last long here.
A lot of movies I liked came out in 2011. It was a pretty good year.
Yes.
So I got a bunch more. So Drive came out in 2011, starring
a Mr. City of Stars. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
It took me a moment. I'm like, sing the song so you can remember the name.
You put this kid behind the wheel. There's nothing he can't do.
Kid, I want you to meet Mr. Bernie Rose.
My hands are a little dirty. So am I.
Directed by that
Nicholas Refn.
Yeah, you're right. Wow. I'm sorry, it's Nicholas Winding Refn.
Oh, I knew there was a name. Very disturbing, like some disturbing images in that run, right? Or am I thinking of his later stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, all of it.
But unlike the later stuff, this one is good. Next.
Do you remember this?
No.
Quality approved.
My final one for 2011, Limitless, with Bradley Cooper. He takes the pill, he gets the job. Limitless.
That movie frustrated me because I felt like it was getting to the most interesting part and then it ended.
Yeah.
And I thought when they said, oh, we're going to make it a show, I was like, perfect. And then it was a reboot.
Right, they didn't continue.
And I was like,
Yep.
So that's what it does, Carl. It puts me 50 moves ahead of you.
Worth the risk? What would you do?
Quality approved.
Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Oh.
Directed by Brad Bird. This movie's so fucking good. Mission Impossible is such a good franchise. You don't believe me, but you haven't watched any. You gotta watch them. It's the one where he's on the fucking building. You know the one. It's good.
In Dubai?
Yeah. Let's fucking watch it.
You're not gonna make it!
You're not helping.
Quality approved.
David Fincher's remake of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Starring Daniel Craig and Rooney Mara. The original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is also good, so you can check that out. The David Fincher remake is really fucking good. Probably has the best trailer of all time.
Someone killed her. Someone on the island that day.
If a woman approaches any beast and lies with it, you shall kill the woman and the beast.
Featuring Trent Reznor covering Led Zeppelin.
Oh wow, okay.
It's on YouTube. Go check it out. It's so fucking good. Go do that and then come back here. Yeah, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo remake by David Fincher. It's really good. You should watch it. Next. Okay, I got one more. Surprising no one, it's an anime. The second rebuild of Evangelion 2.0, You Cannot Advance. This was like pretty much everything that I ever wanted from Evangelion, and we never got it again after this. You know, since it was one of those first handful of anime I watched, I'll still like it forever, even though it's bad. Yeah, Evangelion 2.0 You Cannot Advance came out in 2011. I could fill up another hour talking about that movie, but I won't. 2011, see you later!
This is Quality Assured Films.
When we come back, we're going to be continuing on with our look back at the decade. Some great films that have come out. We still have, 8 more years?
An embarrassment of riches.
Right here
on Quality Assured Films.
Wow, what a busy year.
Dong.